You can still do a whole hour if you want.
Okay.
The views expressed on this program are not those of intellectualradio.com, its subsidiaries, or sponsors. Encouraging, educating, and empowering you into action. This is Warriors Talk with your host, Lady ReShell.
Hello, welcome to Warriors Talk with author and founder Lady ReShell, where we move away from awareness towards action. So here's the situation. Picture this. Your partner has a phone that is always facing down. They got someone in their DMs that they say is just a friend. And maybe they have subscribed to someone's OnlyFans. Maybe there's a coworker that they talk to and tell all the marital relationship business to. There's no touching, no kissing, no physical thing happening. Is it cheating? Tonight's Relationship Monday question is it cheating if there's no physical contact? We're talking about emotional affairs, DMs, OnlyFans subscriptions, and those late nights you up texts. So stay with us. You don't want to miss this one. Before we jump into our conversation, I'm so grateful for our sponsor. We have Pastor Michael Richardson with the Emmanuel Church of God in Christ, who has been sponsoring the show, excuse me, from the beginning of Warriors Talk. So we are so grateful for them and their consistency in believing in the Warriors Talk mission. We also have Gloria Dotson with Mary Kay, and she's catering to all of your beauty needs from head to toe. You can go to gloriadotsonmarykay.com and you can purchase some products. Just let her know that Warriors Talk sent you. Now, if you are tuned in on any form of social media like the show, share the show and invite someone else in on the show that you feel may benefit from this valuable information. If you missed the show on last week, you can always go over to Intellectual Radio and type in Warriors Talk. We talked about the high cost of delaying healing in men. June was Men's Health Month, and we celebrated not just Men's Health Month, but we also celebrated Cancer Survivors Month as well. So stay in touch, stay connected for any episodes by going to YouTube, type in Intellectual Radio. So grateful for my co-host on today. We have none other than cancer activist, motivational speaker, and the founder of the Gal Foundation, Rizal Gilmore, aka The Biz. Hey, Rizal.
Lady Rochelle, hey, how are you today?
I'm good. What's up with you?
Ooh, you ready to work some nerves and
Man,
turn over some stones up here on this show?
I am so ready. I'm just gonna go ahead and put. I actually have a quick. We're gonna do what we call a poll, and the poll is it considered cheating if there's no physical contact? So we're gonna go ahead and start the poll right now. So if you're listening to the show, if you're being kind and you're rewinding, please make sure that you go ahead and vote. We want to hear from you. All right, so let's get this party started, Rizal. Talking about is it considered cheating if there's no physical contact? First of all, what is your definition of cheating? Say that would probably, set the tone.
Well, there is the politically correct way, and then there's the Rizzy way. So correct would have say, well, there's emotional cheating, there's physical cheating, there's all these different kinds of cheating that's all wrapped into one. Rizzy way says, if I didn't touch it, I ain't do it.
What?
So, so I think what we are getting misconstrued upon is we're having really just a lot of inappropriate conversations compared to it being cheating. I don't think we're cheating. Maybe someone makes you laugh every time and you like hearing, you like hearing them make you laugh. That's what's the harm? What harm is that? You're still there with your spouse or your significant other. So, as long as you ain't doing anything that's going to be physical, where you're giving your body to someone else, then you got a problem.
Well, some people say, right, if there's no physical contact, if it's not the same thing as cheating, it may be disrespectful, it may be a red flag. They say cheating is an action and not a feeling.
Is these the same people that took the poll on like Family Feud, the top 100? Who are these people? Who are the 100 people that took? I can't wait for this poll to come back.
I'm just saying. Some people may think like that. They may think like, as long as they're not touching that person, they're not intimate with that person, they can have all the conversations that they want. They don't consider it cheating.
It sounds like the Rizzy way.
I think because women normally for women, it's emotional for us, right? If you can normally get in our minds, get in our heads, and connect with us that way, it kind of opens up, that pathway. It helps us to let our guards down. I feel like for men, it's more of a physical thing, it's a physical attraction. If we could get the attention physically, then it's a high chance that the cheating may happen. Versus physical attraction with women, yeah, I could be physically attracted to you, but not want to cross that line with you.
So let's just say I'm trying to think of a singer. Give me a singer. They used to go crazy. Let's say, okay, let's say Usher. So Usher is a wonderful singer. Women love him. So because I'm thinking about Usher's songs, it sounds like he's talking to me. He's making me laugh. You're now emotionally connected, but Usher ain't thinking about you. He's not thinking about you know, that route to take with you. So you're going to get crucified for liking his music, his laughs, his physical attraction, his body, whatever. So you're going to get crucified because of that, because of it is what you like. Because I'm quite sure every woman, well, not everyone, but at least 80% of women done slept with Usher in their head.
Mm, I don't know. I think maybe using the singers maybe like way out of. I would do somebody local, maybe your work husband or wife.
Okay. Work husband. Uh,
You know, he's bringing you. He buys you lunch. He's making sure everything is good for you at work. If it's raining, he's meeting you with the umbrella, like all sorts of things.
well,
He's
if
done.
he's work husband, he's doing what things that he should be doing as work husband. He's making sure that you're taken care of at work.
So that's not a form of cheating.
I don't think that's a form of cheating. He's being nice. And if you set the tone and say, hey, you are work hubby, then guess what? I'm going to step up to the plate and I'm going to do that job, that title that you gave me.
Okay, I think coming if you're married, it may be different than coming from a single person. A single person may be like, yeah, I don't care. She can have a work hubby. I think a married person be like, I'm the only hubby. I'm the only husband. I don't like the word hubby. I'm the only husband that she needs, work or not work. You know, I think it may make a difference.
Well, look, it may work out that you get a brother husband. Who knows?
Mm. I think that relationship has the tendency to cross the line. It's setting up the scenario for the line to be crossed.
And that's where the correct comes in that because it is opening doors, it's giving that person a chance. Because I've always told you, Rizzy rule number three, put them on layaway. When that opportunity and that time come, they might slide on in. So it's understandable. That is you know, like you said, a husband or a wife might say, no, I'm the only one. But you may have some that might go along with them and say, hey, when you're there, fine. But when you get home, you take that hat off and you know your role and your place here.
Earl said he was just gonna ask that is it cheating? I feel like it is cheating. I feel like if if I'm at work and I'm catering to someone or that person is catering to me and my needs at work like my husband would, I would consider it cheating. And it could be, I don't even know if that's innocent or not because you don't really truly know what the other person is thinking. In your mind, you may be like, oh, he's just so sweet. He's always doing these little things for me. He's making sure I have lunch every day. If it's snowing or something, he's going outside to clean off my car, warm it up, bring it to the front so I don't have to do all of that. Like, what coworker is doing all of that?
So we just can't be nice these days. There always got to be a motive behind it.
I think sometimes it does. I think that person is depositing um, you they're building up their love bank with you or their points with you. So as long as they keep depositing, then they get closer and closer to where they want to be with you. So that when that opportunity does come and the husband or the wife does mess up, then guess what? They already built up enough love points with you to where it'll just be easy for them to slide on in there.
Yeah, well, the work husband, the work husband is already winning because you spend more hours at work than you do home. So he's spending more time with you anyway than when you go home. The one home just got paper and rights and rights to you. You can't just give your work husband your body or anything. Nah, the other one has has the rights to that part. So you're kind of like a catch 22 because you like the relationship with with your work husband, but you also love the relationship with your husband. So it's almost like you damned if you do and damned if you don't.
So Earl said, what if you both are clear? Y'all,
See,
y'all.
again, see, Earl done been in this situation. That's why he's trying to make sure he's covering his tracks to say, you know what? Yeah, Warriors Talk said it was fine. Look, Earl, don't get yourself in no trouble. But Earl, me, and remember, this is Rizzy rule number.
Oh,
This is
God.
me. I think that it is not cheating if y'all both was clear. Y'all both adults, so you know both the consequences and what you would be getting yourself into. Now you go ahead and cross that line if you want to.
This is my thing. Okay, so if we have like a picnic at work or we have some type of function at work, then at that point, that person may, whatever you do when I'm not around, do the same thing when I'm around. Like if you could do the same thing and say the same thing in my presence to that person, then do the same thing. If you can't and you're finding yourself, altering your actions and your behavior when I come around, then that lets you know that something's not right about that relationship.
Right, because I'm quite sure y'all are having, you and Work Hub, you're having conversations outside of work because you're probably on the phone talking about work or talking about people from work. So you're having conversations, I'm sure, after work. So if the other hubby is there, he's hearing the conversation. So he's going to know how you two click and that. And that right there is going to be an eye opener to like, you know what? Let me watch this dude. He getting a little too, a little too close.
That's if the conversations are taking place in front of the person. It may not be. It could just be maybe on your way home from work. You get in front of the house, like, okay, I gotta go. I just made it home. I'll see you. Talk to you tomorrow. And these conversations may not ever take place in front of your spouse or your know, the type of conversations or even the interactions that you have. I saw this TikTok where the girl was leaving for work and she was like, okay, honey, I'm gone. I'll see you later. And my ride is here. My coworker's picking me up. He was like, okay, babe, I'll see you later. Have a great day. And then he was like, tell your coworker I said hi. She was like, okay, I tell him you said hi. And before she can get out the door, he was like, what? He went and got his keys and his wallet and was like, all right, bro, she's good. I got her. And he took her to work. So it's like as long as and sometimes you gotta watch these women too. It's like
Well, that's why it sounded like she had never brought him up to her. And I was like, wait a minute, I don't know who this is. At least introduce him to me, or have I heard you talking about him or something? And you just going to throw he up in the mix like that? Yeah, I probably would have did the same thing.
but she was being honest that he was dropping off and picking her up for work. He probably just never paid attention before that maybe it was a he, or she probably always left it out and always just addressed the person as her coworker.
So is she being shady or is she being correct?
She's probably being a little bit of both. Like, dude, you could take me to work. You sitting up in here walking me to the door and you can't, get off your butt and take me to work. And so that's probably one way she can get him to take her to work. Or who knows?
Well, if you got to do all that for him to take you to work, right there is a problem already.
You never, I
So
mean,
then I can understand why she's seeking that, that work hubby thing, because now this dude is doing what she's been lacking and he's putting in the work now. So yeah, I can see that. See that right there. That's where the door opens.
yeah, I'm bringing him lunch every day so he don't have to worry about lunch. And, you cooking extra and the husband like, oh, you taking a lot of food to work. Like, yeah, I'm just taking some for my coworker. It's like, oh, okay. But they don't know that the coworker is a guy.
Yeah, they failed to leave that part out. But I guess it goes back to the age-old question: can men and women just be friends?
That's a great question. I would say they can, but it has to be both people have to be genuinely authentic in their intentions. Like if it's a true friendship and it's just a friendship, then your spouse should know about the friendship. Now there may be some friendships to where you may see a person oh hey yeah, oh that's a friend of mine. They may just be a friend that you see, you speak to, you catch up in that moment, and they go on about their business. You may see them again, y'all catch up again, but you guys are not on the phone, you're not hanging out or anything like that. It doesn't go beyond that. Now, once it starts going beyond, okay, we're hanging out, we haven't he's coming over to the family functions, and my other dude is here, but since he knows the family and he's good with the family and he's just somebody from the family inviting this person over, he's here. Now your person is there and they looking like, why is he here? I'm here. And trust me, I've been in a situation. I was dating this guy, and he had a child. And at the time, I had no kids. I had no kids at the time. He had a child, and we get to the family function, and the baby mom is there. But we have the baby with us, so we brought the baby to the event. And I'm just like, well, it wasn't a baby, it was more than a toddler. So I'm like, I'm looking at him. I'm like, why is she here? If we're here and we brought the baby with us, it's not like, okay, she came to the family function, she's bringing a baby. So he was like, I don't know, somebody must have invited her. They must have invited her and told her to come. So now she's prancing in there because she feels comfortable because somebody else invited her. And I'm just like, it's either gonna be me or her here, but both of us can't be here. And I don't really have to be here. If she wants to be here, that's fine. But both of us are not gonna be here.
Well, did she say anything to you? Did he introduce you to? Did you know her? Did something happen?
I don't care if I knew her or not. Here, you and him are no longer together. The baby is there, but the baby is old enough to where the baby does not need mommy. The baby was with us. We brought the baby there. So there was really no need for you to come there. So somebody in the family brought her there. And so my thing was with him is you need to let your family members know, y'all know I'm not dating this chick. So don't invite her to any events. And if she's here, guess what? I won't be here. So if that's who y'all want to be here, and exclude me.
Hmm. Hmm.
Mhm.
Ooh, next Monday night on Warriors Talk, we talk about the dreaded baby mama. Baby-
Yeah,
that's going to have to be an episode right
both of us
there.
don't need to be here. If I'm here and we got the baby, why are you here?
I guess somebody in the family considered her family.
She could be family on her own time. They could invite her and the baby over on their own time. But if you know he is here and he has the baby and he's bringing someone with him, then you know what? Let's not that let's not that could cause some sort of friction. Let's not do that.
Hmm. Oh boy, yeah, that's going to be a good
Uh,
subject one day.
I was like, you could put your foot down and say, hey, stop inviting. I'm no longer with her. And the baby, I have the baby with me. If she's dropping the baby off, fine. But the both of us ain't going, no.
Because I'm quite sure that has happened to more people than just you. Matter of fact, didn't it happen? It was Tyler Perry when Tiana Taylor, Byron, and yeah, she was the baby mama and kept coming around and everything. Yeah, and yeah. So yeah, that's gonna
Uh,
be.
Earl, are you saying we're not too old or we are too old? We are too old? So Earl is saying we're too old to be jealous. I was in my 20s at the time that happened. I'm 56 right now. He said we're too old to be jealous like that. If you're secure in your relationship, why would it bother you? It wouldn't bother me now. But at the time I was 22 maybe 22 because I hadn't had my son yet. So I was 22. And yeah, it bothered me at the time. And it probably bothered me because I wasn't secure in that relationship. And it ended up that him and her was messing around. I found out after after our relationship. So yeah, I would say now, yeah, I
I was
would.
getting ready to go to bat for the brother.
I probably, I probably wouldn't have been jealous, but I would have. Like now, it wouldn't bother me. I'd be like, okay, especially if I'm with the person, like, and if the person is not making me feel insecure or not adding to this person being here. He's not all over there in that person's face, and he's not like I know my place. I'm here. Like,
Yeah,
and if I know his family is petty like that, 9 times out of 10, I'd be like, I'm not going.
I just always thought why people couldn't be civilized and coexist with the other parent or whatever, because your relationship don't have anything to do with what them is parenting 101, and that's it.
It might have though. It may have been a where that person was cheating with the other person and that's how they ended up getting together. So now you want me to be friendly with this person and kiki and haha. No. Mm-mm. I don't have to be friends with you. I, if I see you, I'd be like, hi, and then that's probably it.
Did he introduce y'all? You knew who she was, but did he introduce y'all?
He introduced us previously as that was the baby's mother, not at that event because he had already introduced us. Yeah.
I
So it
know he had to feel I'm quite sure he felt very awkward. A lot of people be putting these men in some very awkward spaces by doing that. So I know he had to feel some type of way.
yeah, he was like, I don't why is she here? Like the baby, I have the baby. I don't know. He was like, somebody must have invited her. Well, I don't know why she's here.
Well, I guess she'll learn that ain't no baby could keep no man.
No, nope. Anyway, we like way out of we have
We on a whole nother topic.
nope, that was good though. So is it cheating if there's no physical contact? So let's talk about some of the things that could be a red flag to let you know that this may be cheating. So they have a phone that they suddenly is password protected, and it wasn't before. Now, you go to pick up their phone to make a call or look at some pictures or something, and it's a password on there. And you're like, what? Why is this password on the phone?
Well, maybe they tired of you using their phone. Where's your phone? Why you gotta you pick up and use my phone? No, I feel violated that you even picking up my phone and attempting to dial numbers because now you want to scroll and do everything else to see what I was doing. No, you're causing trouble.
Maybe your phone was just closer. My phone was probably charging back. You know,
Well, you better wait till you get some bars and then go make your call.
so you don't believe in sharing passwords?
Nope. Because nowadays people on had passwords on there before they got into the relationship. Because I'm quite sure the previous relationship they had a password. That's why they ain't in the relationship now.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So Earl says, so being in a relationship means you lose all privacy.
Thank you.
No, no, I'm just,
Thank you. That's
yeah,
what I'm saying.
yeah, you might as well say.
My phone is my phone. Everything ain't meant to be shared.
You know what? And I heard somebody say, when you're looking for something, you're going to find it. And it may not even it may be something so innocent, but if you're looking for it, if you go looking, you're gonna find it. You're gonna find something. You're gonna
Yeah.
find
You're going to find something and then you're going to misinterpret the whole thing. And not even knowing whatever it is that you found was meant a whole nother total
okay.
way. And you and started a whole big argument for what? Because you was snooping and going through my stuff, which is illegal, by the way.
Oh, now you're gonna say that's illegal. Okay. I as far as passwords is concerned, I would want to know why it's password protected, but I'm not against the phone being password protected because if you lose your phone, you set it down somewhere, somebody can easily get in your phone because we have all our banking information in our phones. It's so much information in our phones to where, if it's lost, if it's password protected, it's going to take somebody a while to try to get in that phone before you could take action to shut it down. So I don't have an issue with it being password protected because my phone is password protected. My husband's phone is password protected. I know his password. He just don't know mine. He don't know mine. I think he just don't remember mine because mine is longer. But his is easier to remember. So if you trust that person, then I feel like they should have the password to your phone. Not that it's an invitation to use the password to the
Well,
phone. He knows.
that's the thing, because some people take and use the information in a negative way. They want to totally dissect the phone to see stuff from years and years before you was even in the picture.
And sometimes you don't go through, like, I have old messages in my phone from like 2020, which I really need to delete a lot of this stuff. Emails, like, I need to delete a lot of stuff to free up some space. So, a person may go back and be looking and be like, oh, what was she on? This, and it may be an old message before your time, and you're going through that conversation that somebody had prior to you. So, again, if you're looking for something, if you go looking for something, you're going to find it. And it may not be what you want to find.
Well, and what's the lesson here today? Don't go looking for nothing that you don't want the answers to.
Another red flag is deleting the message thread. So you are doing this on a regular basis. You're talking to this person, that work husband, that so called friend. And after you talk to them, what do? You delete those messages. Why?
Hell no, you leave no evidence. See, that was I'm sorry, that was the Rizzy coming out of me. You leave no evidence, but at the same time, if y'all talk a lot and there's a lot of conversations, you want to delete that because that backs up your phone. So you do want to get rid of a lot of conversations and you do want to get rid of a lot of pictures so your phone can run smoothly. Otherwise, it'll slow down and get stuck.
Good answer. Good answer. So there's a comment that says, "Who wants a jealous mate?" I don't. I mean, I
I
want you
don't either.
a little territorial, but not to the point to where it's like, oh my god, I don't even want to be around this person. Like, this person get on my nerve. You can't do anything. Everything, they're gonna find an issue with everything.
I don't even want you territorial. There's no need to be territorial. If I'm there with you and we together, that's all you need to know, that we're together.
Mm.
Ain't no need for you coming in there, marking up the place, letting your presence be known. You don't
Not
need
even
to do all that.
you don't have to even do that to be territorial. It's the silence that comes with it. You don't have to beat on my chest. This is my woman. No, dragging her by her hair. No,
Mm-mm.
you don't have to
That.
be territorial.
Whatever those little things that women do that pisses men off because that little streak or you trying to silently check another woman there in the room or whatever, you don't need to do that.
I don't need to. I don't need to check a woman over my man. If I gotta check a woman over my man, I'm gonna check the man. I ain't gonna check the woman. My issue is not gonna be with the woman. My issue is gonna be with you. I'm gonna give you a look, and you gonna already know what that look means. I'm not about to check nobody about nobody. I don't have the energy. Getting defensive when you ask a simple question about a friend. You have this friend, and they ask you a question about the friend, and you so defensive about this person. They're like, "What's wrong with you? Why you so defensive about Billy? What's going on? Why you want to know about Billy? Why you keep asking about Billy?"
Hmm. Depends on the question, depends on the tone, depend on the person that we are talking about, because a lot of these questions that sometimes that women ask, it feels more like interrogation than it does you asking a question, because then there's going to be a follow-up question, and then I feel like I dropped the beer at 11 o'clock when it was like 9 o'clock because you're now pumping fear into me about something. Why are we going on about this? What's your question?
Hmm. Comparing you out loud to someone else, a coworker, an ex, maybe an influencer.
Hmm. Yeah, that one is just. I don't know what to say about that. I don't got no lifeline story to compare to that one. I don't even see how you can compare, someone to a coworker, ex, or influencer. You better tone it down and know who's in front of that person that you with
Yeah,
that's in front of you.
your audience. There's a comment. It says it's never just one question.
See, I told you that
We
one
have to have
question, that
clarity.
first one question is the gateway.
Mhm.
It
We
is the gate. Can you hear me?
yes, I hear you.
It is the gateway. See, who back there? Somebody they know that one question is the gateway to your life. Depends on it if it's going to end tonight or if it's going to end later on. Because that one question, that first one, it
Mhm.
turns into whether you live or whether you die.
They just seeking security. That's all.
No, 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 no. Y'all don't just ask one question.
Sometimes you can ask the question different ways, and
But that's the problem right there. You ask the same question three different ways, thinking we're going to slip and mess up, and then it's I got you. No, how you first answer that first question, whatever it is, depends on your life. Don't even try it. See, they know. Everybody in the studio know.
just answer the question right.
Mm-mm.
You
We
know
can
how
answer it right and correctly, but you don't like the answer that we got. So then that we gave you. So then you go in and you start to twist it, put a little spin on it to make it sound like something else. But it's the same question now, a second way. And then you don't like that answer. Then you turn it again for a third way. Mm-mm. I ain't beat.
I
Just
don't.
get up and walk away. Am I being arrested? No, I'm leaving out of this jail cell.
I don't see the issue at all.
Of course you don't. You have been an interrogator, not even a negotiator, the interrogator.
Okay. You find secret subscriptions or accounts by accident that they never told you about. Now, how you
See?
found these subscriptions? You going through?
Because you had the phone. You had the password to the phone. That's how you found them.
Stop going through people's stuff by accident.
It
Mm.
wasn't by accident. Let's see what he been doing. Oh, so that's what we doing. We on black lust. Black men love black women.
Be careful.
Mhm.
So your transparency, another red flag that is cheating if there's no physical contact. Your transparency weakens, so you are no longer transparent with this person.
I mean, in my pimping days, I just used to
Oh,
be
God.
straight up with them. That right there was the best because it was hard just keeping up.
Trying to remember everything you said.
Well, now you gotta think too. See, I watched the Polygamist
Oh,
last week,
watching that.
and you have to understand that polygamy has been in our culture, so it is normal, according to them, that we have more than one. Who is ringing my doorbell? That you have more than one's wife or it goes way back. It didn't just start. This is something that's been done for a long time.
Mm. Don't give nobody no ideas. Another red flag is it shifts the loyalty in the relationship. So now you're not loyal to that person that you're with. You're loyal to the person that you're emotionally cheating with. They have your attention.
Uh, yeah, you could be because you know that other person done pissed you off, so you done stepped out of line, and being you know you got security with the other person, so you're gonna yeah you're gonna like you know what that's why I got John anyway. So
And then the other person is probably confirming
sending them
everything.
yeah everything that they
But
thought
yeah,
beforehand, like I knew it and I should have did it that, but guess what? They work wife. don't think just you got a work husband that they ain't got a work wife.
right. True. Work both ways. Both ways. So it increases disconnection. So that's a red flag. Y'all are disconnected from each other.
I don't think I don't think it increased disconnection. Actually, I think it's a helpful tool because it allows you to know what you could be missing in your marriage. I think it's a helpful tool, honestly,
Mhm.
because that other person is going to share things with you. They're going to tell you, um, hey, you should go to this restaurant or try this or try that. And that's what you're going to, you know, do. And that came from your work husband and you incorporate that into with your, you know, with your current situation, with your marriage.
Okay. Let me do this one and then I'll go to the next. This is a big one for me. You give someone else access to you. Like they're able to call you, have these conversations with you when I guess your person feel like I should be the only person doing that.
Well, they should have did that from jump. That's how I feel. What they say, you snooze, you lose.
Oh my God. So how to protect your relationship. This is hilarious. So you can protect your relationship by establishing clear emotional boundaries.
Right. Ain't that
Let
what Earl said? What if you're both clear? As long as
Mhm,
you clear. So
mhm.
let's take this for instance. This is just the type of person that I am. I could walk in a room with a woman, we could be together. Let's just say my wife. Me and her walk in the room. I'll split up. We'll split up. She'll have a bunch of men flirting in her face, trying to talk to her, get number, all kind of things. And I'm watching. It's no need to, you know, run over there with a jealous thing. And I always told her, I'm not going to say anything because you're going to clean up whatever it is before this night is over, before we leave. So when we get home, there's no questioning, there's no, because I trust you. I trust that you are going to do the right thing. And you can sit there and let them buy you drinks all night. But guess what? By the time you leave out this door, that Negro is canceled.
Yeah. I don't know if I agree with that. All right. Build a stronger emotional intimacy at home. When you do that, I guess it lessens the chance of someone else sneaking in.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Address any disconnections that you may have. If you feel in distance, address it. We haven't been connecting on this level. Um, I feel lonely by myself, like I'm in this relationship by myself. Like we no longer do XYZ, like address it.
But it may be hard talking to the other person. That's why they got the work husband or whatever anyway, because they listen, they understand, they give good advice. So
I feel that if you, this is just my opinion, I feel that if you cut off these outside people that you're having a conversation with, and then you kind of like force to have that conversation with your person, and that will allow you to become closer and open up and have these difficult conversations that would make you two more vulnerable, closer and to eliminate that disconnection gap. But because there are other people that you can lean on, go talk to, it closes the gap with you. It narrows the gap with you and your person. So you have to eliminate all of the outside noise so that you can work on that bond, that closeness, and eliminating that disconnection gap with your person.
Well, I do agree with your statement. But at the same time, a person will realize 15 years later that they should have left because they just couldn't get through and the disconnection was still there. And it was much easier to talk to Marvin.
Well, then that probably wasn't your person.
Probably not.
Yeah. So as we wrap up, because my battery's low. So I have a question. The first question is emotional cheating worse than physical cheating? Just give me a yes or no answer.
Can't because
I said
this
yes.
is like,
You
this is
let me
like,
know.
because men and women are different. So women definitely say emotional cheating is worse than physical cheating because they'll take a man back who slept with a woman because it was just physical. But if you're attached to that woman and in love with her, you in trouble because she's going to know, and that's when the tears and stuff come. Now, from the Rizzy point of view, I think physical cheating is worse than emotional cheating.
Okay, I would say yes to the physical cheating. And then the second question is, would you rather your partner have a one night stand or 6 months emotional connection with someone else? I
A
would say
6 month emotional connection with someone else.
I would say the one night stand.
Mm, because I'm going to be pacing a hole in the floor just thinking about what's going on. And then after the one night stand, what if they want to go back? They
No,
want more.
it's
Or
just one
now she unhad Bruce or whatever, and now she's thinking that you need to live up to his expectation. No, I can't do no one night stand.
it's just okay.
I rather that thought be in your head and you not act on it. Do like I said, you had sex with him in your head.
Have you ever found out about an emotional affair and what did you do? I never found out that I was having any emotional affair, maybe a physical one, but I think guys tend to, and I don't want to put all guys in that category. Tend to,
Yeah, I found out about physical ones. Emotional, maybe there was, and I just tried to block it out.
okay. So as we close the show, Rizal, this conversation has been interesting. As we close the
Oh
show,
man, I'm ready to go.
I know,
I'm
fired
revved
up,
up. I'm
ready to go. Give some words of wisdom to someone who may be on the fence about if someone is cheating or thinking about having a physical versus um, an emotional relationship, or you should
I,
they?
I mean, really, the best advice I can say is don't mess up something permanent for something part time.
All right. I said your heart already knows the answer before your body ever does. So protect your heart, protect your peace, because your heart is the first thing that would be cheated on. Mm. All right, you guys, thank you for tuning in to Warriors Talk with author and founder Lady ReShell. Co-hosting with me today is Rizal, aka The Biz. Join me next Monday right here on Intellectual Radio. Warriors Talk is changing lives one warrior at a time.
Thank you for listening to this week's edition of Warriors Talk with Lady ReShell. To find out more about Warriors Talk, follow at Warriors Talk, the number one, on all social media outlets, and Warriors Talk with Lady ReShell on YouTube. Please join us next week and every Monday evening at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time on intellectualradio.com for Warriors Talk with Lady ReShell, where we encourage, educate, and empower you into action.